You know, one of the really unique things about OSUIT is that the curriculum on this campus is always evolving, it's always improving. As the technologies of industry improve and advance, our curriculum has to improve and advance. Thank you for joining me for another venture inside OSUIT. We have a special treat in store for us today because I'm visiting the 3D modeling and animation lab in the Creative Technologies building, and you never know what amazing and exciting things you're going to see in this lab. I have the distinct pleasure of meeting with one of the best and brightest young faculty members on our campus, Michael Lister. Thank you for taking some time with me. I've heard some amazing things about what contributions you've been making to the curriculum just in the short time that you've been here, but I haven't really had a chance to get acquainted with you yet. Can you start by telling me a little bit about yourself and your background?
So I was actually a student of this program in OSUIT several years ago. And once I had graduated, I realized that my calling was really in game design. And so that became sort of my path afterwards. I studied at Salt Lake City for a few years and grew into the game design industry and eventually moved into indie game dev. And so from there, I moved back home where I could work where, the family and home was, and started to build out from there.
So I'm not a game developer, and I imagine a lot of people watching the video are probably not game developers as well. So in layman's terms, explain the 3D modeling and animation program, and why should a student consider coming into this major?
Even though I come from the game development industry, and that's what a lot of our students are very interested in, 3D modeling and animation is a very wide and diverse program. And it's one of my favorite things about it is that we have all of these options to pursue. Everything from virtual reality to augmented reality, our students are on the cutting edge of all of their tech, and all of our programs are geared towards getting them industry ready on the bleeding edge of what's coming forward.
Now, Michael, I know that we're always training for the industry here at OSUIT, and this program's no different. But explain to me what is involved with the industry that the graduates will be going into. How rapidly are things developing and changing? And specifically, what kind of jobs will these graduates be eligible for once they leave the institution?
Our industry grows at a rapid pace, and it changes almost as quickly. And what we build for are students who are adaptable and skilled towards whatever our industries may throw at them. And one of my favorite things about our program is how diverse it can be. So most people, when they're thinking about our industry, they're thinking about the entertainment side of things. So they're thinking about video game development, they're thinking about film and visual effects, or animation for motion pictures. Those are the things that most of my students come to me towards. But there's even sides of our industry that a lot of people don't see, particularly here in the Midwest. You get a lot of product development, design for commercial studio stuff, those types of things. And we train our students to fit into a diversified role depending on where their passions are and where they'd like to go for themselves. So if somebody wants to be an animator for games, their projects that they're undertaking will look very different from somebody who wants to do film VFX for film.
Now, can you tell me about any special projects that students are working on that have real-world applications?
So as we mentioned, everything that we do here is built towards the industry. So one of our cool projects that we're working on right now is my students are working in virtual reality with professional companies here in Oklahoma to develop games that are to be therapeutic for children who suffer from cerebral palsy. Instead of a doctor saying, well, now you have to go home and do 100 stretches. You can do this. Instead, you can say, go home and play this game for 15 minutes, and it has the same effect. And this is going to help lead them into more successful and fulfilling lives.
That sounds amazing. Well, I can tell you've got the passion for it, and you're the right man teaching these classes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pat.
These are the careers of the future that we're training for right here, right now at OSUIT. If 3D modeling and animation is an area that has an interest for you, maybe you need to give us a call. Come take a tour of the facility. Learn more about the program. We'd love to save a seat for you right here at OSUIT.